Just how much fun did you have winning the championship women's singles for the 10th time yesterday?
This race is always incredible. I'm so lucky to have a race like this on my home river, and it shows in, I think, how much I love it, but also being lucky enough to feel supported as I go down the course. I think it was really loud yesterday, and it's always incredibly special to hear all that support from all the boathouses where people have helped me out my whole rowing career, the whole way from BU to Windsor, where I learned to row about 600 meters from the finish. So it's painful when you're doing it, but it's also really fun to go by all those people cheering and to try to make them proud. I think to live up to kind of how they've helped me and wanting to reflect that and kind of do a good job for them.
On paper, it looked like there were some pretty fast women chasing you down the course yesterday. Was anyone ever going to get past you think?
It was close. This year was definitely, I was nervous. We have a series of scrimmages called the Head of the Kevins, 3 of them. Prior to Head of the Charles, I raced the 2nd and 3rd, and Emily Caulfield, who finished 2nd, had been right on my tail, both in number 2 and number 3. Of course, Kara wasn't attending, but I know she's fast. She's the U.S. single, bronze at World. Emma is obviously fast. Sis is fast. Mary Jones being like fast. So I knew to push myself because there could be anything happening in the back of the pack.
I imagine there is a certain amount of home pride that drives you along.
Oh yeah. I mean, a home pride in that everyone expects me to steer well, but also, yeah, there's definitely wanting to do it for Boston and also expecting myself to kind of step up to the plate and take advantage of, I don't know, being at home.
It must feel like that expectation grows a little bit each year.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I had anxiety dreams at least a week before Head of the Charles started. Absolutely.
And so what's next now? Is it back to the grindstone training?
Yeah, so we've been training since we took a 2-week break after Worlds and hopped back in singles after that. And I mean, the head season kind of fits right into fall training in terms of longer stuff, working up the endurance, the fitness space, being back in the weight room. So just all about making whatever boat I'm in go as fast as possible and getting fitter, faster, stronger every day as much as I can.
Obviously you were in the single at Rio, you were in the double last season. Do you have any idea where you'd like to be or where you think you might be or what boat?
Who knows? I think go with the flow is something that I've been learning to do this past year, to adapt to things being kind of thrown at you that you don't expect. Cicely and I had a lot of fun on the double this past summer. Emily Caulfield is now joining our training group, so we're going to have a good squad in addition to the lightweights that are training here in Boston. So we have a pretty competitive group. And then the plan is to race single trials because that's a great part of training no matter what. It's a tough regatta. And then go on to double trials. It's, who knows? And I've talked to the quad coach too, so who knows? Okay.
And I know you took some time away from elite rowing for a couple of years while you were completing your residency as a doctor. Do you feel like you're fully back to strength now?
Gosh, that's a good question. I think it changes because I also am 4 years older than where I was 4 years ago, so everything kind of feels different. It's interesting how different things strengthen and some things are harder to do. I think in the weight room I've gotten a lot stronger as I got older and just did it more, and then other things are harder for me, like the fast twitch muscles, getting those short pieces going hard. It's been a challenge. So yeah, it's hard to tell how much is it taking time away, how much is getting older, but just trying to get faster.
And speaking of which, is there any danger that you could be tempted back to rowing after Tokyo?
Probably not. So I've done 1 year of residency. I have 2 more, and I think at this point I've loved it. I love the journey. One of the Radcliffe alums wrote a quote on the whiteboard the other day about how it's important to have an end to the journey, but it's also important to enjoy the journey to the end. And I think it's you gotta love the process in order to love the outcome, and I do. I love the training, and I've loved the whole thing, but I think at the same time I'll start residency after this, and coming back after 2 years of residency would be really tough.
And I imagine either way, this probably isn't the last we've seen of Gevvie Stone racing down the Head of the Charles course.
Oh yeah, no. I've raced this course since high school and live here and been coming since I was born, so I'll be around for a few more years at least.
Well, we look forward to it.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.